Good morning. Good Motivational Monday morning. I hope this day finds you extremely well rested, ready to take on this day and this week and these moments, these amazing moments that matter. I can't wait to give this message, and I hope that it comes out in the way that it should. I've been trying to discern this message for a good hour now, and it's been a little frustrating. And it's funny because the message and the lesson, the guidance for us to hone in on this week is about disappointment. And I've been disappointed that this message has been so hard to discern and to give. And isn't it funny that that's still the message and the lesson and the guidance, right? For me to honor the way things are coming out as the word that's supposed to be given, right? I have this high expectation of myself when I do these Motivational Mondays. I have a lot of fear that I'm not going to meet the expectation of others or not be able to give the guidance or lesson or deliver love in the way that I want to. Or I have this fear that I'm going to disappoint somebody by being something that or representing something that I'm not. And it triggers me to a lot of what was happening last week and why this is the guest message and the guidance for this week's Motivational Monday. And it's the bridge to judgment from last week. It really is. Expectations can be really tough, right? And they really do create disappointment. Now, what's important and the message that we're getting is, yes, people will let us down. I want to make sure that we are very clear on that disappointments do happen based on other individuals. But what we need to do is we need to figure out in that emotion of disappointment, which for me is one of the lowest vibrational feelings and emotions that one can have, is it because of my expectation of that individual, because of what I think that person should do, be, or say, or do? Or is it because I've really told them who I am, what I want, this is my vibration, and they don't resonate with that, and they choose to do things outside of what I've asked, and they've disappointed me. So that disappointment comes from a choice. Two different things, guys. And that's where our inner work really needs to come in. Because when we're in that deep, deep emotion of disappointment, there's some beautiful lessons that come there. One is, all right, I'm not seeing things clearly. I'm not listening. I'm not trusting my gut. And this person keeps doing these things over and over and over again, even after I've said it. So what do I do about that? I need to then say, okay, whatever that is, whether it's an expectation of that individual or maybe the individual within themselves, within our life, in the way that, in the capacity in which they are, needs to change. And or is it our expectation? Because if it's within our expectations that we're disappointed, then that's a fear. That's a shadow that we need to address big time. So I'll tell you, it's like a good example would be, I don't know. One of my biggest fears for myself is ego, is for people to think that I have this big ego, or for me to represent myself with this big ego when I do these Motivational Mondays. I don't like that. I am so afraid that people see me in a way that I don't want to present myself, because all I want to do is come with light and love and help as many people as I can and give as much love and light as I can for others to really see their light so that they can hone in on that and live up to, be able to reach their highest good and their highest potential. That's truly my goal. So ego is is a real big trigger for me. So when I see other individuals that I love so much and I see that coming from them, and I'm like, oh my God, they really disappointed me because I saw that. It's really it's a real reflection of myself. It's my own fear that I'm seeing within that, because that's that own individual's journey. So when things trigger like that, things like ego or disappointment in, I don't know, so many things, communication. Communication's a big one, right? You're disappointed that that person didn't communicate with you in the way that you wanted them to communicate with you. But are you communicating in a way that they can hear you? Do they know how you want them to communicate? Right? It's work. Those low vibrational feelings and emotions that come in, That's our guide. That's our guide. And that is a really big message for this Motivational Monday as well. Emotions, all emotions that we feel within our body are guides to our life. They're telling us if things feel good, if they align with us, or they don't. And that is where we need to do the work. So, hone in on disappointment. Even when you feel that way about yourself. And that's the biggest one. If you're in this place of like, man, I let myself down. I did not do what I know I needed to do, and I'm disappointed. Oof. Find that emotion. Figure out where that fear is coming from that you're disappointed in yourself. Ask yourself, what choices and decisions that I make got me there so that I don't do that again? Because that's the point. The point is to raise our vibration, to not make things and make choices and do things that lower our vibration, that put us in an emotion like disappointment, right? When we can hone in on that for ourselves and we can love ourselves with that light, just remember, it's inside out, inside out. These emotions that we're feeling outside are really within. They're guidance, whether for ourselves or, always for ourselves, period. All right. I hope this message resonates. I hope it makes sense. And I hope you have an amazing week. I am sending you so much love. So much love.